Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Katie Logan and Will Spencer to get into a fight over Electra Forrester's blasting. Meanwhile, Electra discovers the horrifying verity about Remy Price. Will wants answers about Electra's blasting, just as important as he does. For one thing, Will is straight over thwarted over why Electra was suddenly fired. Electra was assured that the jewelry line was safe. Electra inaptly assumed that also meant her job was safe. Unfortunately, Electra still has no idea why she was fired, as Katie and Brook Logan refused to tell her the real reason. Will is determined to get answers. So, Will questions his mama about Electra's termination. Now, Katie knows that her son cares for Electra veritably much. Katie might feel compelled to advise Will about the prince, but at the same time, knows it'll break her son's heart. When Will demands answers about Electra's blasting, Katie could ultimately tell him about the prince she entered. At first, Will might be shocked. Still, Will might also get the feeling that these prints aren't really of Electra. In any case, it's stated that Katie and Will get into a huge fight over Electra's blasting. Electra will go to see Remy. Electra needs a friend right now and turns to the only one she has in city, besides Will. That person is Remy, who'll promise to always be there for Electra. Still, suckers know that Remy is the one behind the filmland. Electra learns the horrifying verity about Remy. In an exercise clip, Electra goes into Remy's room to wipe her nose. When Electra looks up, she screams in horror as her filmland are plastered each over in the background. While Remy might work to keep Electra quiet, Will could get the feeling that Commodity is veritably wrong. Could Will save Electra from Remy before Commodity terrible happens? A creepy day in LA as Electra learns some harsh trueness. Will Spencer is furious that the new Logan governance at Forrester formally fired Electra Forrester for fear of reproach before the essay is indeed dry on Carter Walton and Hope Logan's Achievement Plot LLC papers. Supposedly, they've forgotten that Brook Logan, the Queen of Reproach, is now in charge of the whole show. Is Hope's desire for chastity that strong? Katie Logan was spooked when she saw those prints of Electra and felt she had to fire the poor girl rather than just talk to her and find out what really happened. Will takes his mama to task for her hasty decision, which could indeed open Forrester to action. It looks like there's formally pushback from multiple ends due to a Logan decision. Will might indeed abandon the Forrester Creations boat and work for his father at Spencer Publications if the Logans go too far. Will Katie hear to reason from her son? She knows he makes sense, but they've to suppose about what's stylish for business. Meanwhile, Electra is about to learn relatively snappily how she got into this dilemma. She truly believed that Remy Price was her friend and fully inoffensive. Will saw red flags the moment he met the Joe, but Electra claimed he was her old confidant for times, and she trusted him implicitly. She no way imagined he could turn out to be the complete contrary of what he sounded. With Remy acting foreigner and foreigner of late, Electra wonders what could be going on. When she sees where Remy has been living, she eventually gets her answer. There are digitally enhanced prints of her far and wide, and it's clear that Remy is frighteningly obsessed with her. Now that Electra has discovered his secret, how far will Remy go to keep her quiet? Will Spencer demands the verity from Katie Logan. Meanwhile, Electra Forrester discovers the shocking identity of her snooper. That could also lead to Remy Price taking drastic action to keep Electra. Will still doesn't know the real reason why Electra was fired. Electra was just assured that the jewelry line was safe. Still, right after that, Katie and Brook Logan terminated Electra. Both refused to tell Electra the reason she was being fired from Forrester Creations. Will try to get answers for Electra. Will go straight to the source, which is his mama. Still, when Will asks Katie why Electra was fired, he might not get the verity right down. Katie loves her son and wants to cover him, but she might also feel compelled to advise him about the prince. When Will sees the filmland, his instincts could tell him that Commodity isn't right. Electra goes to Il Giardino to see Remy. Electra easily is looking for a friend and some support after suddenly losing her job. In an exercise clip, Remy promises Electra that he'll always be there for her. In an exercise clip, Electra goes outside Remy's apartment and turns on the light. Electra is wiping her watery nose with a Kleenex. Suddenly, Electra looks up and sees all her prints. Electra lets out a affrighted laugh. Now that Electra knows that her snooper is her friend, Remy, could Electra end up in grave peril? I could see Remy hearing Electra scream and running into the room to see all his secrets exposed. Remy will probably try to stop Electra from leaving. Still, it wouldn't be long before Will comes to save the day. Ridge and the Forresters' world was turned upside down when Carter took over Forrester Creations for Hope, also put Brook back in as CEO. Feeling betrayed, Ridge formally again turned to his partner, Taylor, and they made love. What he doesn't know is that Brook only took the CEO position to scheme against Carter and Hope and return the company to Ridge and Steffi. With the leaves then, the commercial world seems to take a minor break for merriment. Brook welcomes Bridget home, and Pam also joins the Logans as they open and change gifts. With Finn by her side, Steffi says, "There's nothing like the power of Christmas." And that's about all of the vacation cheer in this promo, which snappily turns dark. Bill visits Luna in captivity again and finds she's been poorly beaten. He asks, "What the hell happened to you?" Brook eventually gets to Ridge and tells him she did all this for him. He responds, "You put a cutter in my reverse for me?" He's going to feel like a fool when Brook tells him what's really going on. Eventually, fresh off being fired for Remy's rearmost Photoshop trick, the snooper tells Electra, "I meant what I said. I'm then for you, just like ahead." The scene flashes to Electra pulling herself together in a dark restroom and seeing commodity that causes her to let out a blood-curdling laugh. On the wall, crazy prints of her can slightly be made out. Well, you can do the calculation, can't you? It struck as odder than odd that the luminous Ashley Brewer was returned to the show, and also Ivy was used only as a talk to for bastard Electra. What a waste of an attractive actress, we allowed. And a character with a story just staying to be told. But supposedly, the show was simply biding its time, making us wonder why we'd been reminded how good Liam and Ivy were, only to keep them piecemeal. Obviously, they erecting up to commodity vastly romantic on New Year's Eve. However, we'd have someone, maybe Eric, given his love of party throwing, hold a bash that excludes all of the Logans except for Donna, if we were the powers that be. Steffi would throw Liam a bone, asking him to come as there's someone with whom she wants to set him up. Perhaps one of those Forrester models who stands around pretending like they eat cutlet. Liam spends a many twinkles, perhaps small talk with the woman Steffi means to make his eyeless date, but snappily finds that they've as important in common as a gemstone and a marshmallow. As night draws near and all of the guests begin counting down, Liam heads for the door, realizing that there's nothing for him there. Only when he opens it, who's on the other side but Ivy. She's late to the party, but not so late that she can't lock eyes with Liam and move in for a kiss that promises to make his new time a whole lot sexier than his old bone.